My partner tried to push me out of our startup after finding an investor. He went mad and hysterical when I made him look like a fraud. So, Ryan and I had been working on this app called TaskFlow for about 8 months. I'm working from my apartment every day, building out every single feature while Ryan's doing pitch decks and going to coffee meetings with potential investors. We're not making money yet, but we're getting close to something real. Then one morning, I get a Slack message. Hey, can we jump on a call? Something important. I'm thinking maybe we finally got a yes from one of the investors he's been talking to. But when we get on Zoom, he's got this weird corporate face on. He starts with, so, I've been talking to some people. He tells me that the investors he's been meeting with really like the app, but they have concerns about the team dynamic. They think his vision for the company is strong, but they're not sure about the technical leadership. Then he just says it. I think it's best if we restructure things. I'd like to buy out your equity. I'm thinking $15,000 is fair. I'm just staring at my screen like, are you serious? We haven't even launched yet, and he's already trying to push me out. The app was my idea originally. I built every line of code, but he's acting like I'm some contractor who did a job, and now it's time to move on. He keeps saying the investors prefer working with him, that I'm not really a culture fit for where the company is heading. I ask him what that even means, and he gives me some bullshit about communication styles and leadership presence. I don't even argue with him because, honestly, what's the point? If he wants me gone this badly, I'm not going to stick around and fight for a partnership that's clearly over. So, I tell him, fine, send me the paperwork. He seems relieved, like he was expecting me to freak out or threaten legal action or something. He says he'll have his lawyer draft the buyout agreement, and we can get this finalized quickly. I really think this is best for both of us, he says. Sure, Ryan. That night, I'm sitting at my desk looking at the repository, and that's when it really hits me. I wrote everything. Every single function, every API integration, every database query, the authentication system, the task management logic, the notification pipeline, the payment processing, all of it. Ryan contributed exactly 0 lines of code. His GitHub commits are just README, updates, and marketing copy. I pull up our partnership agreement and read through the intellectual property section. It's pretty clear. Any code I wrote before the partnership is fully executed remains my property. And since the buyout isn't finalized, technically, the partnership isn't dissolved yet. The code is still mine. The next morning, I tell Ryan I'll sign the buyout agreement, but I need a week to wrap up some personal projects first. He agrees, probably thinking I'm just dragging my feet. What I'm actually doing is preparing. I spend the next 3 days meticulously documenting what's mine. Then, I start extracting my code. I don't delete the repository or anything dramatic. I just removed my proprietary code modules and replaced them with empty function declarations. The front end still looks pretty because that's basically just HTML and CSS that Ryan could have Googled. But every piece of actual functionality, the stuff that makes the app work, that's all gone. I removed the authentication layer I built from scratch. Gone. The task algorithm that sorts and prioritizes everything. Gone. The entire backend API that connects the front end to the database. Gone. The payment integration took me 40 hours to get right. Gone. The real-time sync feature was supposed to be our main selling point. Gone. By the time I'm done, TaskFlow is basically a pretty website that does absolutely nothing. You can click buttons, but nothing happens. It's a shell. I signed the buyout agreement on Thursday afternoon and sent it back to Ryan. Then, I push my final commit to the repository, removing all my proprietary code. I don't even tell him. He's supposed to pitch to the investors on Saturday morning. I'm sitting at a coffee shop when my phone starts going insane. First, it's Slack messages, then texts. Then he's calling me over and over. What did you do to the code? He screams when I finally pick up. Nothing works. The entire app is broken. I tell him calmly that I removed my intellectual property, like the agreement allows me to do. You can't do this, he says. The investor meeting is in 2 days. You're sabotaging me. I remind him that the code was mine. I built it. It was never his to keep. He starts yelling about how he's going to lose the investment, how this makes him look like a fraud, how the demo is completely non-functional now. They're going to think I lied about having a working product, he says. I tell him he did lie. He had my working product. Now he's got his vision. He hangs up on me.